this whole process, we're not friends. We're brothers. Friends, no. We're brothers. We wear this Central Park pride thing like a badge of honor. Before, it was like a badge of disgrace.
Well, first I got to just acknowledge, this is one of the most amazing things that I could have seen, I think any one of us could have seen in terms of coming into a space, people seeing this film years after its debut. And we still have huge crowds, and this is amazing. But to the question at hand, I want to, in a way, repeat what you said, because I want it to sink in for folks to really, truly understand that the most powerful man in the world today wanted to kill us. If we look at that and we realize that just recently, a young man named Emmett Till, it was found out that his accuser confessed that she made up the lie that caused the same rhetoric, the same ideas, the same process that I believe Donald Trump was trying to have happen to us. Because when he ran that ad 2 weeks after this so-called crime happened, after we were accused and really being convicted in the media before we had any chance to stand trial, when he ran that ad, he was hoping for somebody from the darker enclaves of society to kick in our doors and drag us from our homes and do to us what they did to Emmett Till. And had that happened, we would have been speaking to you today as ghosts. In 1989, they wrote about us in history books. And so all of those individuals that were learning about these kinds of cases, and the case that Mayor Koch, as you saw in the film, said that this is the crime of the century and people want to find out how the criminal justice system works. For us, it's been the criminal system of injustice. It's been a system that we have to completely dismantle because it doesn't serve a purpose when we look at the overwhelming majority of people who are in the prison industrial complex, who are black and brown folks. And just even yesterday, the young man who they're parading in the media, who they say that he has DNA evidence, that he had some kind of involvement with the rape and the murder of the young lady in, I believe it's Queens?
Yeah, Howard Beach.
Yeah. Now I just want to, I want to move this along, but just to paint a real quick picture, and I wish Korey was here to tell this story. Because Korey told me one day, is this thing still? It went out. Korey told me, and maybe Kevin can verify this. Korey said that they brought him and Kevin back to the scene of the crime. I just want you to understand this. They brought Kevin and Korey back to the scene of the crime. They said Korey's shoes were untied. And when you're in trouble, you don't have an opinion. If a person in authority says your shoes are untied, you're not going to say to that person in authority, well, that's okay, that's how I wear, that's my style. You're going to bend down and tie your shoe because you're in trouble, right? It was said that an officer, as he bent down, tried to bump him so that he could fall into the blood to get some kind of fake DNA evidence on him. This stuff that you see, your expressions just now tells me that you all know that the Central Park Jogger case is not unique. This is a case that represents a microcosm of the macrocosm of cases just like this.
Teach.
This is something where when we think about corrupt cops, we're not, like a lot of us, we always talk about this, the bad apples in the police departments. We're not anti-cop. But when you think about the corrupt cops that we met, individuals who were able to retire with their full pensions, folks who were able to put their families through college while we languished in prison, while when we came out we had to struggle through the reality of now we were adults and we didn't have a toolkit to operate in the society as it was today. These people built their careers off of our backs. Damn. This is only one example. And the best thing about this for us is that it was one of the most famous and the truth came out. That's the best thing about this. But this is only one of the examples.
I think we want to field some questions